Welcome back. In our last video, we looked at how you can use your human voice to record a narration track and then use Google VO to add the video content on top of that. So let's look at some other techniques here by adding an extra scene. And this time, instead of recording a human voice, let's use Gemini to do the narration track for us. So let's open up the script panel. And again, because I'm on the third scene, it's going to open up the scene 3 here. And I've actually got a script. Let me just paste that in. So you can see here's a little script: from slithering snakes and scaly lizards to tough-shelled turtles and giant crocodiles. The world of reptiles is full of incredible animals. Instead of me reading it this time, by clicking the record button like we did last time, I'm going to use this AI-generated voiceover button at the bottom here. Now, I have a number of choices here. And you can see if I just play a sample of each one.
The voice you select makes a difference in
The voice you select makes a difference.
The voice you select makes a difference in how viewers will respond to your video.
So there's a number of voices in here. I kind of like Persuader.
The voice you select makes a difference in how viewers will respond to you.
So I'm going to use that one. So let's just click on this and select Persuader as the voice. And then what I'll do is when I say insert voiceover, this AI will read this and turn it into an AI voiceover. So let's go. So let's insert that voiceover. You can see down here it's generating that audio. And there you go. Now you notice it's put it on a separate track down here. And that's because the previous one, they just overlap slightly. If you move it slightly to the side, they will jump into one track. So, you can overlap video. If you push them together, they'll just sit on different tracks. So just something to know. All right, we've finished with that. Let's hear what that sounds like. Let's click on the play button.
From slithering snakes and scaly lizards to tough-shelled turtles and giant crocodiles, the world of reptiles is full of incredible animals.
Great, fantastic. Now I did cut off slightly because again, that scene is not quite long enough. So let's extend the scene out. Now I thought we'd do something different on this scene and introduce the concept of placeholders, video placeholders. So rather than do what we did before, which was to go over to the stock library or look into VO, or we could even go into our uploads and drag something out of our Google Drive, I want some very specific placement in this. And this might be the sort of thing you use when you're creating like a template for your students to make something. Oh, it's just asking for some feedback. I thought it was very good. Thank you. Let's insert a video placeholder. And you can have a number of different shapes. Let's go. I'm going to go with this rounded rectangle because I kind of like rounded rectangles. And now this is where we're drawing on some of the exact same skills that we've developed using Google Slides over the years. And that is I want this to be slightly smaller. And let's move this across, maybe put it here. The layout I'm going for is like a 4-panel layout here. So let's take this one and let's duplicate that. I'm pressing Control D on my keyboard for duplicate, and I can take those and put them side by side. And then I might select both of them and go Control D again to duplicate the two of them, and I might put these ones underneath. And let's see if we can make them line up. Yeah, that looks good. So that's the layout I want. I want to have these 4. Let me just take this now and move it. And I love the fact that it gives you the guides, so I know exactly that I'm right in the middle of the screen there. That's exactly what I want. Okay, so I have 4 placeholders. Now you notice each placeholder has a little select a video button or a record button. So I could record myself in one of these. In fact, we'll come back to that later and explore that idea. But for now, let's just select a video, and I can either upload a video, generate one from Google VO, generate an image, grab something from Drive, or use the stock photos. And any of these will work. So I'm going to use the stock images for now. So let's just search for snake, for example, and press enter. And I quite like this one. Let's use this one. Now, something I want to check here is how long this clip is. So it's 8.9 seconds long. So what I want to make sure of, I don't pick any film clips that are shorter than 8.9 seconds. Otherwise, as you've discovered, we run out of film clip if the scene is still going. So 15 seconds is good. Let's do that one. So I'll click on that and that populates that box. Let's go to the next one. I think it talked about lizards. So let's go in here and type in the word lizard. See what we find. This little fella here looks good. Then we were talking about turtles, and we'll search for turtle. What do we get? We get Oh, I like this one. This is good. Let's pop that one in there. And our last one was crocodiles, I believe. So let's click on here, go to stock and web and search for crocodile. And I have noticed you get quite different results if you type in the plural. So crocodile versus crocodiles, you'll get quite different results. Let's go with, oh, there's so many to pick from. Oh, I like this guy here. So we'll do that. Now, the thing about putting multiple clips on a timeline like this, and we can shorten this down again because one of those clips was obviously much longer. Let's just see what this looks like now.
From slithering snakes and scaly lizards to tough-shelled turtles and giant crocodiles, the world of reptiles is full of incredible animals.
Okay, that looks great. I like that. And the thing about when you put more than one video clip on a vid scene, they can run simultaneously. And I got to say, if you've used any other higher end video editing tools, that's not always an easy thing to do, but it is very straightforward with Google Vids. Okay, that looks good. So we've got our soundtrack, which was done using AI. We've got our images, which we've used using the placeholders, and we've populated these images over here from the stock library. But we could have done it with VO, we could have done it with our own uploads, or we could have recorded ourselves. That looks great. The last thing we'll do before we finish up this bit is just to exactly the same thing you might do in Google Slides, for example. Let's put a little border around each of those. Let's make that border green. Let's do that. And if you want to change the color of the background of a scene, so maybe I might make this light green, say, this little teardrop shape here will change the background color of the scene. So let's do that. And so now that's what we've got. So if we just go back and play a little bit from earlier, we have the end of the last bit, skin.
From slithering snakes and scaly lizards to tough-shelled turtles and giant crocodiles, the world of reptiles is full of incredible animals.
Fantastic. I love that. I can actually shorten that down to finish probably there. And the only other thing I would do here is between this scene and this scene is to use this button in the middle to add a transition. So to change the way I go from one scene to another. So I might click on this and I think I'm just going to go with a simple dissolve. And it's a little too long, so let's shorten it down. And now it goes from one to the other. Daily skin.
From slithering snakes and scaly lizards to tough-shelled turtles and...
Fantastic. So this is looking very good. This is just the way I want it. So let's end this video here and I'll see you in the next one.